Hey, this is Dave at houseparents.com. Today we're going to show you how to fix a lightning USB cable. For years I've had these cables for my iPhone and they just get frayed and beat up, and there's a real simple way we can fix these and make them as good as new, and it only takes about 5 minutes. Alright, so we'll start with the easiest fix first, and that's this cable right here, and you can see the fray right at the end, and this is where they typically fray, either at this juncture or this juncture. To repair this, you could put tape, maybe an electrical tape on the end of this, but the problem with that is these cables have been in my car, and the heat inside the car is really pretty intense with the windows closed, and so tape, it'll turn to a gooey mess. And so we're going to use something that's going to work a lot better. What we have here is heat shrink tubing, and we bought this kit on Amazon. We'll go ahead and put a link in the description below. And they come in all different colors and sizes. What we want to do to accomplish the repair is find the right size tubing that will shrink down and cover this fray. Now this tubing that we got is 3:1 shrink ratio, so that means that it will shrink down to 1/3 its size. And so to find the right size tubing, what we have to do is first measure the cord itself and find out the diameter of this cord. And we can go ahead and do that right there. And it looks like this cord is right at 1/8 in diameter. So this is 1/4. Okay, so this is 2/8. So this is more than enough. A 1/4 inch will fit over the head of the lightning cable, like so, and the 1/4 inch tubing will shrink down to 0.21 millimeters. This cable is 3 millimeters. This will shrink down to adhere nicely to this cable. And we just slide it over the end of the lightning cable like so, and now we just apply some heat. And we're gonna go ahead and use a hairdryer. You can see right now it's slowly shrinking down. Hairdryer is a little bit slower than, say, if you used a propane torch, but just to show you that pretty much anything you want to use will work with this as far as a heat source. All right, so there you go. With just applying the heat of the hairdryer, it shrinks that tubing down, and probably you can see the hairdryer is a little bit on the slow side as far as shrinking that down. It'll probably shrink a little bit more as we apply more heat. But if the hairdryer is the only thing you have, then that'll certainly do the trick. But now we're going to show you this cord here. I've had this one's been sitting in my car for years. I've been waiting for it to die, and so it won't die, so I'll just go ahead and fix it. Same thing, only this time we're going to use heat shrink to overlap each of these areas. All right, so we're gonna deal with this end first. So we slide our first piece over the end, the smallest end of the cable. Bring it all the way to this side. And then if you have a heat gun or a propane torch, we'll show you how quickly that works. It's a lot better. All right, so this time we're using a propane torch. You've got to be a lot more careful with this. We're really just trying to run it by the plastic. And if you're not careful, you end up melting the cable. So this is one of those things where haste does make waste. In a previous video, we showed you how to use heat shrink tubing to repair an electrical cord, and we'll put a link to that video in the upper right there. And so that is on good and tight. Now we do the same thing, only we're going to feed multiple sections of this onto this cord. Looks like we're going to need maybe 4 of them. This is really a a mangled end. And then these can simply be overlapped. You can see how this, even the housing itself, is cracked from being over the years. So we're going to start this just over the edge of this, and we'll start it with the blowtorch, and then we'll go back to the hairdryer so that it so we can be careful of these wires on this side. So just sliding one over the other, and continue with the hairdryer. Then the next one, over that. And now the last piece, the final overlap. Now that we don't have any more exposed wires, we'll go back to the higher heat, just because it's faster. And there you go. That cord used to be a nearly useless mess, and now it's as good as new. So whether you have a simple little repair like this, or even a big, huge frayed section, this heat shrink tubing works really well. And you can buy it in lengths if you had a really big thing, rather than overlap it like this. But I bought it in a kit where it came with just the pieces. So it's one way or another. Either way works. Depends on your particular needs. Hope this video helps. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got lots more videos coming. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.